What's good with it? Willing to existence in this motherfucker. Back with another video. This video is about being in the vibrational state that you want to attract. So I told y'all on my update video that your boy won $2,000 betting and shit. So let me tell y'all how this story went. Alright, I did a parlay. I did a 3-team parlay. I can't think of the original bet because there's a lot going on with this story. I think the original bet was Philly to get over 30. Philly, Golden State to get over 30. Philly, Golden State. I needed Miami Dolphins to get to 20 points or get over 19. And all right, so I put the three slip parlay together and shit. And and what happened? Philly was like at 28 with like 14 seconds. I think it was 14 seconds. I don't know. Philly wasn't on 30. They weren't at their 30 mark yet. And I was like, yo, I don't know. Let me pull out. And I only put in 100. But this slip was worth like 2,000 though. Well, I'm like, it's better to get, you know what I mean? Anything. I was just trying to get anything at that point. But dang, yeah, they did have it at 200. Oh man, I just realized telling y'all the story. You know what I just realized telling y'all the story? These fucking sports books be on some bullshit. These sports books be on some bullshit. Cause I needed Philly to get to 30, and they was at like 20. They was at 28. They weren't at no. They was at 28, and it was like 14 seconds left. But the cash out was at like 225 and shit. So if the cash out was that a lot, that means like it already happened or you already won your bet or whatever. But they wasn't showing us yet, and I didn't know this. But I shouldn't have. But I don't want to gamble with that, cause. But man, these sports books they be delaying to show you the score and shit, depending on how much money and shit you put in there. That way you might cash out like I did, and all three of them ended up hitting that night. But I put it back in because I just was so confident with it. So that's about being in the state that you want to attract. Because I had already had enough stacked up for my car and shit. So I'm like, I already got enough money. And MGM was doing this. They was doing this deposit match. So I put in a 2. They matched with 2. So I was already at 4 to start. So I'm like, oh, I got shit to play with. So you feel free and shit. So I'm like, but you got to meet these requirements to get it out when they give you these bonuses. So I'm like, man, I'm good. So I was just betting like 50, 100, betting, you know what I mean? I was hitting all of them. So I ended up with like 6, 7. That's when I was like, I could really start betting some money. Put together the slip. The one I actually won on, because the one I won on, the big one I won on was $100 bet. That that was like cashed out to like 1,400. But with all my other combined, it was like 2,000 that night. And I had that number in my head for some reason that night. I'm like, man, because the first bet where I cashed out, that was worth like 2,000. I'm like, I'm getting my two. It's destined. I'm like, man, no matter what. Even though I cashed out early and I might have fucked it up, it's like I already know what's gonna happen tonight. And I just kept feeling that way. And I was getting tested too, cause Miami, they was driving and they ended up not getting some points and shit on one of their drives. I was still in a good mood and shit, and I was still like, oh, what's gonna happen? But it was, I don't know. I feel like if I would have changed my mood, even though Miami and the motherfuckers practice and do their own shit, but you know, Vegas is involved, so some other shit involved. But I don't know. I just kept my mood right, so I picked that game. That's what I'm thinking, cause shit probably would have played out the way it played out, but if you're in the right mood, you just gonna pick. You gonna go to the right parlay. You gonna go to the right teams. And if you was in a different mood, a bad mood and shit, you wouldn't even pick those same parlays and shit. So it's not like me changing it, but Me changing my mood changed the picks that I actually chose. Cool. Let's drop the video real quick today. Like that video right there. Alright, yeah, that's about being in a vibrational state you want to attract. So when I was won that 2000, I was already in the currency of money. So I'm like, I already got enough for my car. I got this to play with. And I had already bought my car, and I had so much to get my, I had enough to get everything already. So I was just feeling free. And I'm like, yo, and I felt like it was destined that night. Cause I'm like, I could have panicked and shit. Like, yo, I missed out on the 2000. I cashed out. I cashed out early. Fuck, man, I fucked up. Damn. I was just like, nah, nigga, yo, it's happening tonight. I cashed out early, but nigga, let me put this other one back together. Let me put this back together. I'm so caught. Let me put this shit back together. The other games hadn't even started yet, cause three teams. The Philly one, that's the first one that started it. And usually, that's how the night goes for me. Usually too. It's like all hitting or all not. It's like usually no in between. All streaked out or not, all not. So man, when I mess up on that first bet, I'm gonna just do a little tiny bet again, cause usually they come in bulks. But your boys out of this bitch will into existence. Easy.